questions.
Credit to Oregon, good football team, and we made enough mistakes tonight against a top 10 team that you can't win a ball game. You can't turn it over 4 times, and they have the penalties that we had, and play that not clean a football game and expect to beat that team. Well, not our night. As I told the group in there, we'll come back to work on Monday and get ready for Arizona State. With that, we'll take any questions that you got.
Clay, what do you think the turning point to the game was? Was there a key play or something that?
Really in the first half, we get up 10-0 and got the opportunity to really jump ahead, and we end up getting a red zone turnover. In that second quarter, there was just a couple things that went against us. A pick six happens, and you can't do those things against that football team. They're a quality football team, very well coached, and tonight we just didn't execute like I know we can.
Clay, with 20 seconds left in the second quarter, was there any discussions about perhaps whipping the ball?
Alex has been known to here to kick it out of the end zone, and we discussed. Bax and I talked, and we trust Alex, and he kicked a good ball. He kicked plenty of height. Ball was deep enough. We didn't get the ball down. Between that was probably another mistake in that second quarter, that you look up and now you're down. You were 4 points down, then you end up going to halftime 11.
Clay, why do you believe you're the right coach to lead this program moving forward?
Thank you for that question. I appreciate you. I've been here 10 years, and I believe in being a servant to this university and to the young men that are here. Each and every day I wake up and represent them and our school, and I will continue to do that each and every day. And I'll fight like hell for the next one with the people that I believe in and the people that I love until they ask me not to do it anymore. All right, and I'm going to show up on Monday and work my butt off for the next one. That's what coaches do. That's what ball coaches are, and I'll continue doing the only thing I know, which is to fight. Thank you for that question.
Did you go into the game today thinking at all that you had to win to keep your job?
I've never thought, Adam, about the guys that I think about are the guys that are beside me and that are in that locker room. That's what I feel. Is I'm trying to help them win a championship. Our staff is trying to help them win a championship, and I love them. Everyone in that locker room I've signed. I've been a part of. I've been in their living room. I love them like sons. I'm not worried about me. I've coached and played enough ball for 10 lifetimes. I'm worried about helping them win a Pac-12 South championship and try to get to a Pac-12 championship. Whatever is written is already written. God already has that play. Until then, I'm going to dang fight and help them to try to win the Pac-12 South. We're in a hole right now. We've got to do our job and win the next 3 games and hope for a little help.
Clay, you talked a lot about being in control of your own destiny. Obviously, with Utah's win today, they step ahead of you guys. How does the mindset change, or how do you move forward, kind of not being in control of it?
Well, you go to the next game just like we've done, and we've got to play an Arizona State team that has had a week off, and they're in preparation for us, and so we've got to get back to work tomorrow immediately. And they're at home with a talented offense, and we've got to go back and clean up the things that we did today, and be ready to win the next one. That's all we can do, and hope for a little luck. We're sitting here with 2 losses right now in the Pac-12 South. Utah's got 1, and we'll need a little help. But all we can focus on is us and doing our job, and our job is in Arizona next week. So that's what we'll do.
Clay, you had the 4th and long late in the third quarter. How did you balance the situation versus the disparity on the scoreboard and the time you had left?
Yeah, I think it was 3rd and 8. I think we were right on the 39-yard line or something like that. It was too long for a field goal. It was 4th and 8. It's too long for a field goal, and I believe in our guys. It was a situation that I felt that we needed a little bit of a spark, and we had been on the day 9 of 16 on 3rd downs. We were converting at a pretty good clip. So made a choice, made a full speed decision, and I'll keep on doing that. I believe in our kids.
I was referring to the punt.
On what now?
The punt, 4th and long, the punt in Oregon territory.
That next one was, I think, 4th and 14.
It was 4.
Yeah, it was 4th and 14. It was further back than the one before, and a little bit longer distance. So decided to punt them deep, and I think we pinned them. I think on the 7-yard line that time.
You talked especially lately, about not letting turnovers kind of snowball. What happened just in terms of those turnovers today?
I mean, I don't think it necessarily affected my decision-making process throughout the game or my reads, but sometimes you can't commit turnovers like that. But sometimes it happens, and just gotta move on to play the next play.
We landed a couple tough hits on you. How are you feeling after that? And how did you kind of stay in your shoes?
Nothing bad. Play football again.
Clay, how do you evaluate Kedon's performance?
He's what I told him on the sideline. He's a special player. We have special quarterbacks here, and part of playing quarterback is getting to learn from each rep and each experience. And some are good and some are bad, but you get to learn from them. This guy's going to be playing football, guys, for a long time. He's very talented, and tonight was just another learning lesson. That quarterbacks learn from. And what I liked is how he executed on that last drive, and that's what I thanked him for. And thank those kids that went out there. Those kids never quit fighting. They never quit fighting. And it was nice to see Kyle Ford get his first touchdown catch, and it was nice to see number 9 go back out there and continue to try to execute and get better with every snap, and he's going to. Mark my words, he's going to be a really special player.
Coach, there's obviously a lot of X's and O's. There's also an emotional and kind of mental approach.
Mm-hmm.
Will you approach that with these young men this week after this kind of loss?
Yeah, I just told him in the locker room, and one of the things that if nothing else comes from this is a great life lesson. And I said, I know every one of us feel bad in here right now, but the world doesn't care about our feelings or us feeling sorry for ourselves. The world cares about you getting back up and doing your job. And that's, for 18 to 21-year-olds, it's hard, because they pour so much into it. The amount of time they spend to get to Saturday, it's hard when this happens. But that's life, Sometimes life isn't fair. And the way we react as coaches, being the example, hopefully rubs off on them. That in real life, it's not what happens to you, it's how you react to things.
For the players, you hear everything that's going on outside the program. Do you feel like you're playing for your coach's job at all?
For me, I'm playing for my teammates, for everybody in the locker room, just for ourselves, trying to get ourselves better, not worrying about the outside factors or any outside talk, just worry about how we can do better as a whole unit and just be better each and every week.
We don't listen to outside noise. We just move on next game and next play. Really, that's our mentality, and we're going to continue to do that.
Clay, why has it been hard for the team to execute on a consistent basis this season?
I think a little bit of youth, a little bit of injury, and we play some good ball clubs too. Give them credit too. That's a good team out there, and we made enough mistakes tonight to let it snowball. And so it's my job as their coach to clean it up and go on and move on to the next game.
Coach, Oregon got off to a slow start and then things started to pick up. What do you think changed there?
I really our red zone efficiency when we take the first drive down and it's 7-0, and then we get a nice turnover that you hope turns into 14-0, but we end up kicking a field goal out of it, and then we've got another opportunity, like I had mentioned earlier, to get down there, and we end up having a fumble. But I thought the opportunities to be able to put hopefully 11 more points on the board in that first half was critical, and we just didn't get it done.
John, what kind of changed from the first quarter when you guys were kind of limited in offense to the rest of the game? What kind of changed?
I would say more of the penalties. We had more penalties happen. That was a big part of them keep driving, continuing drives, and just being able to keep on the field. So, penalties really just killed us.
Let's go one more. You guys have done a good job of kind of bouncing back and deflecting on negativity, but to lose like this at home, does it make it harder to get back?
No, the men in that room are special, and I've said that all along. They'll come back to work on Monday, and we'll put our best foot forward versus Arizona State. They're, like I said, they're a special group of kids, and they've been trained for highs and lows and dealing with when things don't go their way. And you'll watch them next week. I'm looking forward to them getting right back on the horse and ready to play. Thank you, guys.